Esskimo of GetRichRapping.com. I've put together this little diagram for all the artists out there that are trying to get their music to a crowd and not just have the individuals listen to their music. Now, I don't have a stand for the whiteboard, so I've actually got on my MacGyver shit, and don't know if you can see them, but there's Velcro straps there attached to a coat hanger, tucked in behind the cupboard, but gotta do what you gotta do. Make sure obviously to check out GetRichRapping.com, because this is where you're going to find a lot of information on how you're going to start building your fan base, because as well as this diagram here, there's a whole bunch of other stuff on there that is going to teach you how to build a fan base. So let me first explain how the diagram works. Now, this over here, these red circles, that is the crowd you're trying to get. They're the people who are plugged into your Fetty Waps right now, your Vince Staples, your just anyone right now who's got a buzz and everyone's attention is on. That's who you're trying to hit, right? You're trying to be the, well, I don't want to say it in a negative sense of you being the hype at the moment because you want an ongoing hype, but regardless, you would like to have all those people switched on to what you're doing. Now, this is you, this little blue circle with a cross in it. Now, this dotted line represents you trying to hit that crowd. The reason it's dotted is because the line's not quite reaching where it needs to go. As you've learned, if you're just trying to shout at the crowd, listen to me, it's not happening for you. It will never happen that way, ever in a million years. Now, although we said at the beginning that you want the crowd and not so much the individuals, if you want the crowd, you have to focus on the individual. Stop shouting at everybody to listen to you and pick people out. You almost headhunt people that you can see have influence, headhunt them and make them fans. Now, these other blue circles here, I've got something stuck to my foot. Right, these other blue circles here, they are, let's say, influential people. As you can see, individually, they come up short. So if you hit up, the one there, doesn't go far enough. So you hit that person up, you build with them, over time you convert them into a fan. If you want to know how to do that, there's plenty of videos on this channel to find that out. You hit up the second one, still too short, but you've got two influential people behind you. And it goes on, blah, 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 blah. You build with these people, you build that influence, you make things happen, you get them as fans. And now, while that buzz is going on here and they're focused on someone else, these ones here are going to start noticing, oh, listen, all these people who are influential that I know that support good stuff and support good people, wait a minute, what are they paying attention to? So now this back line starts paying attention to what these influential people are noticing, what they're talking about. Now slowly and surely these lines are going to realise that this hype here is something worth noticing. Now, the whole thing flips on its head eventually if you're doing it right and you keep it up and your music is on point. Like you all say your music is banging, right? Every single one of you is saying your music is banging. Now, at this point, this is when we're going to see if your music is really banging. If it's because these people are supporting you simply because they like you as a person, you built with them, like you have that influence over them, regardless of how good your music is at that point. They're just supporting you because they like you, because you've taken the time. Now we'll see if your music is really as hot as you say, when these people who know nothing about you but just know that they're hyping about you because of what you've built up, if they catch on, the whole spectrum is gonna, let's make a mess. It's just all gonna turn back around here. Not to say that they won't be paying attention to whoever they were paying attention to before, but they're definitely going to be more eyes and ears of more of a crowd fashion on to what you do. So you've got to build with these individuals first. If you ever want a crowd, if you ever want a mass of people. Now this may seem like common sense or whatever, but this is definite, like you can tell me, oh, well that's obvious, that's common sense, whatever, but you're not doing this. Most of you are just, you're not doing this. You want the crowd, you're screaming for the crowd with the dotted line there, you're screaming, listen to me, I'm the best, listen to me, blah blah blah, or whatever you're saying. comes a lot better from somebody else, and especially when there's a whole bunch of them and they're influential people. So be a target hitter, man. Just pick who you want as a fan. Right, they got influence, they're getting a whole bunch of likes on their stuff, people are really fucking with them. Let me build with them and get them to talk about me in front of the audience they have. And if you can get a whole bunch of them down, everybody else is going to know about it. So don't make it any harder than it has to be. This can be very, very easy if you break it down. I hope I'm not the only one who can see how easy this game can be if you just focus and really break everything down in its simplest form, which I think is this in terms of getting the attention of a crowd. So yeah, don't get mad, get motivated. Don't make hits, make history. This is Esskimo of GetRichRapping.com. Make sure to check it out. Enjoy your day. Peace.